Hey guys, welcome to Star Wars on High. Thank you for stopping by. My name is Josh, and as you can already tell, if you've seen the channel before, we are doing something a little different today. Today we are going to be reviewing Displate. Okay, so as you can see, I have shelves going up on this wall, and this other wall over here, I think we're going to put a big XL Displate, which has shown up. Now, if you guys are not familiar, these are metal printed kind of posters, and they are expensive and they take a long time to get here. So I want to tell you if they're worth it, how's the quality, how's the install. So we're going to unbox it, put it up on the wall, and I'll give you guys my thoughts. Let's get into it. Okay, so just a note, these are coming all the way from Poland. So again, it'll take some time. But we want to make sure these are wrapped correctly. Obviously, with such a large trip, there's options and opportunity for things to get scuffed up and messed up. So pleasantly surprised with how well this was packed. My UPS guy delivered it really well, so no concerns on that end either. But as you can see, as I open it up, there are two boxes in here. So the large box has the 4 individual metal pieces for the XL, and the smaller box below is going to have all the extra hanging pieces I bought in case I want to move it, in case I messed up. I wanted to have extras. So, you know, just my opinion. So you can see the big box here. It's wrapped really tight. Really pleased. We'll open it up here in a second. And below we have the smaller box as well, which is going to contain those extra magnets. So really nicely packed. Okay, so again, in a smaller container here, you can see it's really well sealed. We have all of our extra magnets. And most importantly, we also have some whale and kitty stickers. So that's very important. We see we have cleaners here, which we're going to use for the wall, and you'll see that later in our install. And we have these blue pieces, which are the magnets that actually stick to the adhesive. So I want to have these extras in case I want to move it, in case something went wrong. Just gave me a little more peace of mind, made me feel a little more confident. But really nicely packaged there. Now we get to the real action here, which is going to be this bigger box. So now we open up the larger box, which is going to contain those 4 metal pieces. So who says a small poster can't start a big collection? All right, want me to buy some more. So they put these nice little cardboard inserts in between really each section, which I think really helps with the overall, packaging and shipping of that. So pleased with that. Here's our install kit. So you see the blue magnets got loose. I'm not too worried about that, obviously. We have our pencils, some tape, a little bit of a level as well, and some cleaning. So here they are, the actual pieces. They labeled them in the top left as well, so you know what the order is if you couldn't already kind of figure it out. So these are individually wrapped, and there's cardboard in between each layer. I'm picking them up 2 at a time, but there is cardboard in between each, which I'm really happy about. Makes me feel really good about that. So looking really good quality, each sealed individually, so I know that there was a really low chance they were able to scratch against each other. But as you guys can already see, it's going to be the Death Star. So we're going to go for something a little bold here, and I'm really excited to see how this looks on the wall. So just looking at what we have inside the box, again, we have our 4 magnets and the adhesives themselves, as well as a level and some cleaning. Now this right here is huge. It's actually going to be our template, which is going to allow us to put it on the wall and get a look at it first. So excited to be able to have that to help us guide throughout the way. So instructions here, and we'll break into those in just a second. So here's our template up on the wall. We're gonna tape it where we want to see it. I'm checking a level real quick to see if I like it. This allows us to, get a good feel for how it's actually gonna fit on the wall. Let us stand back and look at it. This is really, really smart. I'm extremely glad they included this. Great thought by them. Full credit to the designers there. So now it is time to clean the wall. They do recommend that you use these wet wipes and let them sit for 10 minutes before you actually place it. I heard some folks on some of the YouTube videos I watched say that they didn't wait the full 10 minutes, and it definitely did not stick as well. So just a note, really follow it there. So I'm going to go over 2 times, wipe it once, then wipe it again, and then I let it sit for 10 minutes. I think, don't want to rush this. Don't want to damage the paint on the wall by ripping them off with those adhesives. So fully recommend, in my experience, if you wait that 10 minutes, it dries totally appropriately. I will say we have a newer house, so I wasn't too concerned about any, layers of gunk, so it was a little bit easier for us to not be too concerned with this piece. But, follow the instructions fully. That way, I can only blame them if it goes wrong and not myself. So as we can see here in a second, cloth is really clean. Nothing really on it, but we'll do it twice anyway, make sure we're good to go. So on this section here, it is time to actually put the adhesive. So you want to start by exposing the top layer and then pulling it down. So I had my wife help me here because I did not want to do this by myself. So as she's pulling down, I do go through and knock out those air bubbles. Would highly recommend having 2 people because it is a lot easier to be able to get this. But probably doable on your own, but for having to do this 4 times, it was great to have her help there. So as she pulls down, you can see I'm taking out those air bubbles, making sure that it's making a really tight seal. And I will tell you guys, it is really tight on the wall. I feel really confident with how well it's stuck. So just a note, once it's down, it seems like it is down for good. I go back through, check a couple times, get those air bubbles out. But man, does it feel really locked in there. So we go ahead and remove the blue parts on the magnet, and then we're supposed to press it down hard for 5 seconds. And I go a little longer than 5 seconds. I just want to make sure it's down. I don't know, its strength. So you hold it down, and again, remember this 4 times, 1 for each quadrant. And wow, guys, it really locks in there. I'll tell you what, I do not know how I'm going to get these off my walls. It is a tight, tight seal. So time to take down the guard. Again, I thought this was a great idea. It really helped us locked in. So pull this off. As you can see, our bottom left one's a little crooked, but luckily it's a magnet so we can slide it around, so we feel pretty good about it. So it is time, finally, the moment we've been waiting for. These click right in, guys, and that makes it really easy. And since it's a magnet, obviously you can slide it around a little bit. So I tried to line up the top left corner with where the guide had been, left a little pencil mark. And again, in the bottom left corner, you can see we intentionally stuck our magnet a little bit high because we knew that the left adhesive brown page itself was a little bit low. So it's really nice with a little flexibility. You aren't screwing anything in the wall, and you can move it around. So for someone like me, that's a really big plus. So again, unwrapping each of these individually and placing them in is so easy and very satisfying, frankly. It's nice to feel that click on the wall and then be able to move it around and adjust it as you see fit. So obviously we're gonna have to put all 4 pieces on there to get the perfect seal. One thing I do notice as I'm here, I notice there's a little tiny scuff on one of the red there on the Death Star, but hey, not a big deal here. This is so much easier than using a normal poster. If you guys have ever used tacks to hang a poster in your room, you know how challenging it is to not only get it even, but to also not crumple it or crack it or rip the corners. So that's a huge advantage here as far as quality, but also ease of hanging it up. So if you're considering Displate, remember the XL is, I think, the same size as 4 smalls. So if you're kind of curious for size comparison, oh, hey, I think about just getting a small one. Well, each of these quadrants is 1 small, so you can kind of get perspective there. They did a great job dividing this picture into 4 images as well. That was a concern I had. Is it going to be a little bit off? Is it going to be too stretched out across the 4 and look really crummy, like if you grab the JPEG and stretch it out? Luckily, that was not the case here as well. So very satisfying experience to put this on the wall and see it, completed. After the last piece here, I'm gonna have to do a little bit of tweaking and, line up the corners. But man, this is easy compared to some other things I've had hang before. So 2 thumbs up for me. And here it is, final form. We can see this is the matte finish, by the way, for reference. So we have it ready to go. Star Wars. It adds so much to the wall. Super excited. Okay, so as we can see, we have some color on the wall. I am very pleased with how it came out, guys. Really, I was a little nervous about the XL. With the 4 different pieces, I was worried it might look too complicated. It would be on a line. Maybe they would print it poorly, but this is absolutely dead on. So huge props to Displate for this. Now, just a heads up, these are expensive, especially the XL, and they do take some time to get here. So I ordered mine on January 5th, and I got mine yesterday, which was January 29th. They came all the way from Poland, so it is a long shipping process, and I'm sure they have to custom print these to order. So just expect that when you buy it. It's not going to be a quick turnaround, but to me, it was well worth the wait, well worth the money. I am very pleased. Thank you guys for stopping by. Kind of a fun, different change of pace today as far as the videos go. Make sure you like and subscribe. We will definitely have more Star Wars related merchandise and products on the channel as well. So if you like this kind of video, make sure you let me know. It was fun, guys. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and we will see you next time. Thanks, guys.